Well, the year's coming to an end, and I figured why not put all the gear together that I purchased this year and tally it up and see how much money I've actually wasted, because these damn YouTube influencers just can't stop pushing this gear, and I can't stop the temptation of buying it. I was just telling James the other day I was getting ready to buy 2 more lenses, and he says, "You're buying too much gear." And I said, barely buy any gear. So then when I actually stopped and looked at what I bought this year, yeah, I guess I got a little bit of a problem. So just real quick, we're going to run through it all. I'm going to show you guys the pricing that I paid for it when I bought it, and in the end we'll tally everything up and see how much money I actually spent on camera gear this year. All right, so let's start with this lens right here. This is the Sigma 56mm 1.4. I had just bought this lens for my 6500, and I'm watching all of these damn videos of these YouTubers talking about how good the eye focus is on the A7 III. So I ended up, I think I used this like 2 or 3 times on my 6500, and then directly right after I purchased that lens, bought the A7 III. I love this thing. I can't believe I've got the sensor exposed right now, but you got to do what you got to do for a video. I just literally grabbed the stuff out of my bag and threw it on the table, and I'm missing the caps. They're probably at home somewhere. So anyways, bought the A7 III. Let's see. After that, I bought, what did I buy to go with that? Okay, when I bought the A7 III, I bought 2 lenses to go with it. These 2 right here. This one's a 70-200 f4, and I do like this lens a lot here. Here we have the 24-105. I opted not to go with the G Master, and I really think I should have. I'm not super fond of this lens. It does take sharp images. It's just, it feels really sticky. It's hard to explain. For $1,400 or somewhere in that range that I paid for it, I don't know. I'm not super happy with this one, but it's not bad. It's just not what I was expecting. My only G Master lens right here, I literally kept looking for months, and it was on back order. I set up my email for them to notify me when it was back in stock, and that email finally came through, so I jumped on immediately and bought it. This lens I love. It's expensive, but man, oh, I love it. Next, I picked up the 85mm f1.8. I have not used this lens very much. Pretty much I've left this at home for the better part, just because I don't have room in my bag, which is why I just actually picked up a second bag, because clearly I can't stuff all this in one bag. And yes, guys, I pretty much carry most of this gear with me every single day. And no, I am not a photographer or videographer, strictly hobby. I just want to have it with me all the time. It's hard to explain. My brain is always thinking, you may need it. You may need it. So I'm literally carried around like a purse, but now I'm gonna have 2 purses or 3 purses or whatever. We'll get to this bag here in a minute. I don't actually use this one, but anyways, 85mm, haven't had a lot of time to spend with it yet. So I picked this Blackmagic right here up. It doesn't do HD, but I figured for just using a little portion of the screen for it, because I superimposed it on the back of a camera. It's pretty cool. I like it. We haven't done a lot of videos that I thought we would do for it, so I'm not super sure I really had to invest in this right away, but we have it just in case, so we got that. Now, when I bought my A7 III, my wife wanted the camera, so I went out and bought her the A7 III as well, except for she got the R, and that's pretty much her camera. I did buy it, so I figured why not put it in this video. There's a few other items too that I bought for her that it's included in here, like the Godox flashes and lights. Bought her some light stands and things like that, and beauty dish and whatnot, that there's no sense of me just dragging it in here, but bought her a couple flashes. Right here, a little flash trigger to go with that. Once again, you YouTuber influencers, she watched a bunch of videos, and I want this, and I want this, and I want that, and I got it for her, so good job, YouTube influencers, making me spend money, man. So maybe one day I'll actually be doing the same and make some money back. All right, let's move on to some GoPros. So this year I purchased 2 GoPros. This one here is the Black 7, and this one's just came out. This is the Black 8. Used this in the pool a lot of times this summer. My 2-year-old had it. He threw it a lot, and eventually he cracked the screen, even though I had a little protector on there. He beat it up pretty bad, and it actually stopped working at one point. It looked like it was not going to work, but it dried out and it's working. I just don't think I could put this one back in the water, so that's why I went ahead and got the second GoPro. All right, speaking of influencers, I didn't pick these up from a YouTube influencer, but messing around on Instagram, I kept seeing this camera gear lust. He had just come out, and he was taking a lot of pictures with gear right on top of here. And I just thought this thing looked so wicked, so well built. And it is, it's really awesome. This is a fantastically machined and built monopod. And of course, when my wife saw this one, she said, I want one. So I ended up with 2 of them. And I like them. Once again, it's a piece of gear that I really haven't used very much though. It is well built if you're interested in something like that. All right, and you know throughout our videos that I've been a Sony guy. Got the 6500, the A7 IIIs. I love Sony gear, but this EOS-R or EOS-R, however you say it, I love this camera. I wanted it so bad, so I went ahead and got it. I don't feel like I'm betraying Sony. Look, all these cameras being made nowadays, man, they're all fantastic in their own ways. This thing just really, truly takes awesome pictures. My nephew James has one, and when he took a picture, when I was using the camera, especially coupled with this 85mm Sigma f1.4, this thing is just like magic. It's almost like when you're taking a picture, you know, no matter what even if your composition sucks, the picture is just gonna look amazing. So it's just something about it. I had to have it. So I went ahead and picked one up, and also picked up the Sigma 85 1.4. So this thing is magic. Here's the problem with it. It's big, bulky, and heavy. I mean, it's heavy. Definitely not a lens you want to carry around with you all the time. So that's, I do still, honestly, I still have 2 or 3 bags that I end up slinging up over top of me. Hopefully this will solve that, but this is definitely a lens I am not going to carry every day. And moving on, I purchased this one here used. My wife did have one of these prior. She sold it when we went over to Sony. Clearly I can't spend the money for the RF lenses, so the Canon 24-105 f4. It's a good lens, so I just needed something more to shoot with this. I do have some of my old Canon lenses. Anyways, I want to get into old gear. This is literally just gear I purchased this year. Also, because investing in this lens right here, which is not cheap, I went ahead and picked up the MC11 adapter, so I'll be able to use any of the lenses that I pick up for the Canon on the Sony. So why not? I mean, if you're going to have them, you might as well be able to use them on both systems. I haven't found anything that will actually do the opposite, which I really wish there was something available, but they said something about the sensor, the way it's positioned. Maybe something will come down in the future, I don't know. Alright guys, and just went ahead and picked up a little recorder. This one's a little old and outdated, so I got it for like, I think around 80 bucks. It's actually refurbished. Works great, but I wanted to be able to do like sound effects in some of the videos that we've put up, just for some of the sounds. We do use epidemic sound, but when I can't find certain things I'm looking for. For instance, with the guitar strings coming over top of the guitar, I just took this in the kitchen and took 2 butter knives where the serration is and rubbed them together to pick that up and use this right here to make that sound. So they come in very handy, somewhat inexpensive. Got loads of batteries, battery cases, things like that. And this bag right here, Peak Design. Now, I bought it thinking it looked really cool, but when it came in, to me this just looks too much like a purse. It's not my style. I do see other guys out there, you know, using the bag on YouTube. No, I have nothing against that or anything, and for them it looks like it works for their style, but for me personally, it just, this would look very feminine, and it's just definitely not for me, so I gave this to my wife. It's a very well built bag though. It's an awesome bag. It's just, to me, if I were going with something like this, I would do the full backpack. This bag right here, we'll save this one for last. I think we made it through all the gear. I actually have this bag already. I've had it for a little over 2 years now. I'm gonna do a video. I think today I'm gonna try to squeeze in another video just talking about this bag, what I'm carrying in the bag, and show exactly how I've been carrying most of this gear in just one bag. And that's why I went ahead and picked the second one up, because I want to be able to carry the Canon as well. And this thing I love. You'll have to check the video out here. I'll link it for you guys. I almost forgot about this lens right here. I said Sigma. I was just telling my brother Sigma, but it's not. This is a Tamron. This is the first Tamron lens that I bought, and it is. It's got an odd focal length, but it's what is it? 28-75. So, like me, my wife wants the G Master 24-70, but they're so expensive. So This one's a fast lens, 2.8. Reached out to YouTube and those influencers snagged us. So we just recently picked this one up. That's gonna wrap it up. This is the gear I bought. Let's make sure we put that total right here for you guys. This is what I spent. I'm probably about to have a heart attack right now because I have no idea how much it is, but I know there's thousands and thousands of dollars. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about any of this gear, my likes, dislikes, whatever, put it down in the comments below. Guys, do me a favor and watch one of these 2 videos right here, and we'll see you next time. There we go. Yep. Yep.